Hey everybody, it's John from the Gloucester Library, and for today's let's draw a great white shark. Alright, let's get started. So I'm going to start with the body of the shark. I'm going to have the head here, going to the tail here, and I'm going to leave some spaces for where the fins are as I'm drawing. So I'm going to start with the nose of the shark here and do a curved line all the way back. Leave a little spot here for my my first dorsal fin, that really big one, and then a little one for the second dorsal fin, and then all the way back to the end of the tail. And now I'm going to do, and if you work in pencil, that's a good thing to do too, because then you can like erase if you went too far, or if you didn't go far enough, you know, that's okay too. You can bring the lines in as we get to it. So if you want to, and if you're working with pencil, just go ahead and draw that line all the way. Same with the front. I'm going to draw like the rest of his nose to his mouth. Do a little bump there for the bottom of his jaw. And come around here. I'm going to leave a little space for the pectoral fin that's going to show there. But again, you can just keep going if you want, if you're working with pencil, you know, so you can erase it afterwards. And then keep going back and leave a little space for the pelvic fin back here, and then back to the tail. Alright, now while we're back here at the tail, I'm going to do that tail fin. And the view I've got, you're not seeing him directly sideways, but he's like kind of coming towards us a little bit, like, you know, pointing that way. So it's going to be a little bit smaller here, a little bit bigger on this side. So I'm going to draw the caudal fin, the big tail fin there. It's going to come up like that and go down like that, kind of curve, and then it kind of comes in and comes in a little bit there. There we go. We got our caudal fin, the tail fin. Now let's do the big dorsal fin on top. And that's going to curve up and back, and then a little rounded at the top, just a little. You could do a point if you want, and have it come down just like that. So curve and kind of straight almost down. And then I'm going to do the second dorsal fin, just kind of small. Similar shape though, just smaller. And then I'm going to do the pectoral fin on the right here, the one that's facing us. And I'm going to have it come out. And then it's kind of comes to like a point right there. And then have it come back where it meets the body. Put like a little bump there. There's a little bump, a little ridge in that fin. And then I'm going to draw the other one. We can't see the whole thing, just a little bit of it poking down here for the other side. It's just a little bump, little kind of a pointed triangle shape there, or a rounded. I kind of rounded mine a little bit. That's okay. And then I'm going to do the pelvic fin, and that's going to come out and then back in, kind of like this shape, right back into the body. Alright, and now I'm going to do the eye. The eye is going to be right about here, about that big. Do a nice little circle there, and then I'm going to color it in, but leave a little crescent moon type shape in there to show where there's some light hitting there. It gives it a little bit of shininess. Alright, now I'm going to do the nostril, and that'll be right about here. I'm going to do like a little you know, like a U shape or a C shape, and then just a little color in right there. You know, another shape, C shape, to make a opening, and then I colored it in. And now I'm going to draw the mouth line. I'm going to have it start here and go up and come down a little bit, almost like he's frowning. but then I'm going to have the bottom part of the mouth go down and curve up. So now it doesn't look so much like a frown, or like a smile. He just has a little bit of the part of his mouth that comes down at the end. And then I'm going to draw the sharp teeth, just little triangle shapes. So do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you can do the bottom ones too if you want, or you can just leave it just like that and just say the teeth lined up. Now they don't line up perfect, not on an actual shark, but for our shark, because ours is kind of, an illustration, a cartoony version, so it doesn't have to be 100% accurate. You can just keep your teeth like that. Now I'm going to do the gill slits along here. So I'm going to do 5 of those. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just like that. And then I'm going to draw a very light line down the center of the body to show where it's a gray color on top and more of a white on the bottom. And I'll show you what I mean. So kind of lightly, just down the body there. Just follow the middle as best you can, and down the tail like that. And it shows where the color change is going to be. Alright, so there's our great white shark. Let's give the shark some color. So I'm going to color the top a gray. And I'm going to pick something that I can draw really quick with. So if you're working with color pencils or crayons or paints or things like that, just go ahead, take your time. You can always pause it and come back, or rewind if you need to. But I don't want you to have to watch me color a whole bunch. I don't want you to get bored watching me color. Alright, so there we go. And I'm going to do a very light gray on the bottom. Very, very light. There we go. I'm going to shrink my brush a little so I can get in here better. There we go. Alright. Put there. Keep it dark there so you can see it. Light on the bottom and darker on the top. Pressed up really hard. There we go. Then we'll go back in and blend it some. So if you're working with like color pencils or crayons, just press down really hard on the dark gray parts, and then press really lightly for the light gray parts, and it'll look like this. There we go. Alright, I might just erase a little bit here just to keep my shine. So if you can avoid colored over that, that'll be good, but if not, it's okay. It's okay. And then I'm going to just do a little bit of blue for my ocean in the background. Put a little bit in here, show like he's swimming in the water. Just a little bit of blue. Make it kind of darker here at the bottom. And then I'm going to go back in and just blend that a bit. Make it look like he's in the ocean. Alright, there we go. There's our great white shark. Alright, I hope you enjoyed today's Let's Draw. I hope to see you next time.